All right, everybody, it's time for Trivia Tuesday. Here we got some of our players. First and foremost, I'd like to say hi to Quentin, who is our defending champion for 2 Trivia Tuesdays in a row.
Hello.
We also have Guy here as well. And finally, Josh. So just a reminder, everybody, on how Trivia Tuesday works. First and foremost, the categories change every single week. Those categories today will be revealed in a little bit. However, I would like to talk about some of the rules. Oh, actually, we're going to talk about today's categories first. Today's categories are math, and I will tell you some of these questions could be rather difficult, so be ready to have your thinking caps on. If you need scratch paper, there's one question I could imagine where you might need it, but just or whatever. So I will let you know that now. Sitcoms is another one of the categories today. And then, of course, there will be Broadway. Sorry, let me send out my announcement.
On Broadway.
And then finally, animals.
Way less excited about.
Oh,
animals.
I love Maroon 5.
What's tabletops? I wonder. Is that games?
Oh, and tabletops. Yes, that's another one.
No, it's more like the wood that's used.
Oh, so it's like
the varnish.
Like carpentry, but only for tables.
Okay,
Okay.
so the
Yeah.
icon should have given you a little bit of information there. So
It looks like it's a thing to die for.
So math, sitcoms, tabletops, Broadway, and animals are today's categories. Hooray. Okay. There'll be 5 rounds. 1 question from each category per round and 1 point per questions. And we'll give the answers to all the questions at the end of the round. All right, are y'all signed into our trivia thing?
Yep.
See the reflection.
All right, so question 1. Here we go. That is going to be in the category of whatever I put as the first category. So math. In the equation, E equals MC squared. The variable M represents what? I do have a Bowser tattoo. That's correct, Alana.
Okay. Oh god.
The audience, of course, you can take place by writing down your own answers and then judging how well you do at the end. But you know. So in the equation, E equals MC squared. The variable M represents what? All right, moving on to question number 2. Does anybody know, this is going to give you a point, but does anybody know who came up with this equation? Okay, nobody's going to answer that.
I want to answer, but I
You don't
don't.
wanna be
I feel like I'm going to say
Einstein.
the obvious answer.
Einstein,
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, you.
I was like, that seems too obvious. I feel like this is a trick. You're gonna be like, no, he didn't actually come up with it.
Oh well,
All
I
right,
mean, he
next
did work at the
question.
patent office, so who
For
knows?
Dorothy, Rose, Blanche, and Sophia are all main characters on what sitcom? This is,
My
also
brother
one
is
of the,
actually-
this is also the first sitcom to dethrone The Cosby Show from a primetime television sitcom. But
God,
Dorothy,
America's
Rose,
Dad.
Blanche, and Sophia are all main characters from what sitcom?
My brother did a parody stage show of that show.
I do want to say thank you all for being a friend.
Travel down the
Are you
road
just gonna give
and back
people
again.
all the answers?
Your
Anyway.
hardest truth.
Oh yes, it's Friends. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I spoiled it. I'm sorry
Next,
I spoiled it.
This
Guys.
one is our tabletop question for today, for round 1. In Monopoly, when you are on the same space as the jail space, but not in jail, you are what? In Monopoly, when you're on the same space as the jail space, but you are not in jail, you are what?
I think it's something to do with conjugal.
What?
No worries.
Y'all
We'll
are
tell you when you're older.
weird.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
All of our questions are answered for question 3. We're gonna go ahead and go on to question 4. By the way, Monopoly is the game that has ruined 2 relationships of mine and has made 2 of my sisters estranged.
Understandable.
So
I want
there's
that.
that.
Cheating at Monopoly, but it's like, how
Have
do
you
you
never-
cheat
have
at
you never
Monopoly?
Have you never done a table flip before?
I've never gotten that angry. I just get very competitive.
When a game lasts like 6
song-
hours?
The song All That Jazz is the opening song to what musical?
Uh,
The song All That Jazz is the opening song to what musical? This actually wasn't choreographed by Bob Fosse, who is kind of like the father of jazz dance, but the choreography was inspired by Bob Fosse. It's if you actually get into like someone who just joins this show and like them doing the choreography versus someone who's been in the show for like them for like many years later and see how they do it, the difference is phenomenal, but the changes are very slight. It's insane to look at.
Do they still go Fosse? No.
Moving on to our last question of this round. This question's our animal question for round 1. A creature that eats plants and animals is called a what? A creature that eats plants and animals is called a what?
A pig.
well, then oink oink.
All right. It is time to look at your answers. So, question number 1 was in the equation E equals mc squared. The variable m equals what? The answer is mass, which I believe everybody got correct. So, congratulations on that.
I really did not think I had that.
That was
The answer is
definitely.
mass.
The
The equation
almost
is
said matter.
actually how much energy it would take to convert. I mean, the difference of like energy and mass, like what's the equivalent of energy to mass, you know?
Yeah.
That's what that is. So,
We're not talking about the Mass Effect.
question number 2. Dorothy, Blanche, Rose, and Sophia are all main characters of the show The Golden Girls. The Golden Girls is the answer. Very classic sitcom.
B. Arthur killing it.
They're all dead now. Betty White was the last one, and
Yeah.
she died. What was it, last year or the year before?
Couple years.
Anyway, question number 3. If you are on the jail space in the Monopoly board and you're not in jail, you are just visiting. That is the answer.
Yeah.
Just visiting.
Yeah, I gave a little bit of hint by saying conjugal, and then I cut
Yeah,
myself
stop
off. 'Cause I'm
giving
like,
hints.
"Whoop."
Stop trying to
Conjugal.
make jokes because you're giving hints. And lastly, not lastly, but the song All That Jazz is the opening song to Chicago. It is
Oh,
the
wait,
opening song
what?
of Chicago. That is
Got it?
correct.
I did.
Trust yourself.
Because I was like, okay, wait, jazzy Broadway shows. Chicago. It's the only one I can think of.
That's basically like the only one. Anyway,
All right.
and a animal that eats plants and animals, or a creature that eats plants and animals, is known as an omnivore. So there you go. So we have Guy, who is currently at 5 points. Every single one of those was correct. We have Josh at 3 points and Quentin at 5 points as well. So we currently have a 2-point difference with place number 1 as a tie. All right, this is going to be question number 6, everyone, as we're going to start our round 2. And remember, everybody, you're allowed to answer in chat. Just remember that players, you're not allowed to be looking at the chat. So keep that in mind.
Okay. No looking at chat. Great.
No looking at chat. All right, round 2. Here we go. Our math question for today, for round 2, will be: what is the answer to the following equation? 18 minus 4 multiplied by the quantity of 3 minus 1 squared. And for clarification purposes, it is the 3 minus 1 that is squared, because you can't really type that in that well. So this is why I say you might need scratch paper. There you go. I'll give some extra time on this one, but 18 minus 4 times the quantity of 3 minus 1 squared is what?
I think that's right. You know, if year 7 maths have not failed me.
Okay.
I don't know what the equivalent is in America.
And let me know when you're ready. A little thumbs up so I know.
My brain doesn't work anymore.
It's okay if you need time, but if you just want me to move along, let me know. But otherwise, take your time. This is the only one you should need scratch paper for.
I need something to write on. I got nothing. I'll write on a check. Who wants my check?
I just
That's
want to make sure that
hilarious.
I have my answer correct. I know it's correct, but like also I'm that same person that will type 2 + 2 in a calculator just to make sure that it's 4. You know, because I'm like, wait a second.
I mean, it's kind of stupid that it took me that long, but
All right. My answer is correct. I knew it. I knew I could do it. All right, next question. Are you ready?
yeah.
Okay. Next question will be our sitcom question for round 2. In the show Modern Family, what is the name of Claire's husband? In the show Modern Family, what is the name of Claire's husband? Claire Dunphy is married to who?
I was gonna guess because I never watched that show.
I'm almost done with Modern Family. I just started watching it for the first time just because TikTok clips made me want to watch it. So
Yeah. That's actually the only reason I know anything about that show at all is TikTok clips.
All right, moving on to our next question. In chess, a pawn can capture a piece that is 1 square away in what direction?
I think that's right.
Fun fact, it took me 20 years to be able to beat my grandfather in chess.
You know, they say life is like a game of chess. I have no idea how to play chess.
Okay. I was gonna say if you make it to the end, you can become a queen.
I already am one. Anyway, moving on. This musical shares its name with a U.S. state.
Oh my god.
This musical shares its name with a United States state.
I
Which one shall I
apologize
guess?
if I misspelled
Florida. Yep. Got
it.
it.
Yeah. Oh, can there be like a musical just Florida, which is just about Florida Man?
God, it
wow.
has like 12 acts with all the stories they got.
Nice.
And if you look
Dates
under
are
all your
letting me
teams, you
down.
get free bath salts.
I know like
This
4
musical
you
shares its name with a U.S. state.
I don't know.
All right. A group of porcupines is called a what? A group of porcupines is called a what? What is like a group of dolphins is called a pod, but what is a group of porcupines called?
I've
my
never heard
goodness.
this.
I know
in my
this.
life.
I know this.
We have porcupines around here. How have I never heard this before?
A group of porcupines is called a what?
This probably doesn't sound right.
A
but
group of crows is called a murder. All right, and that's time for the answers of round 2. That was a rough round, am I right? All right, let's go ahead and your answers. So, the answer to the first question of the round, which everybody got wrong. Let's go back to this so we can see.
What?
The answer is 2.
Huh?
So, first, we're gonna, there's a hold on. parentheses, exponent, multiplication, or division, whichever comes first from left to right. Addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. So the first
I
thing
know
we do
what I
is going to
did.
be the parentheses. So 3 minus 1 is 2. We then
Yes.
square that,
Multiplication
quantity.
before subtraction. Yeah.
which will
Oh,
then be
damn it.
4.
I did my math
2
wrong.
times 2 is
Yeah.
4. Then
Failed
we
at bad
do
math.
4 times 4 is 16, and then 18
Wait,
minus 16 is 2.
Yep.
Sorry.
I did my math wrong.
3 minus 1 is 2.
Yes,
Squared
two
is
squared.
4. 4
Two
times
squared is 4.
16.
4. 4 times
And
4.
then where's
18
what?
minus 16.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I see
so
now.
the
Yes,
answer-
yes.
The answer is
Right,
2.
okay.
18 minus 16 is 2,
Yes, okay.
and therefore that would be
Okay,
the
yeah.
answer. So
I was right until the end. For some reason, I thought
Right.
it was 18 minus 24.
I thought the
So dumb.
18 minus 4, I was like, oh, they're in brackets. So, you do that first, and then you times those two answers together. That's what I got 52. So,
there was no parentheses in that. So I
yeah.
wanted to pull up that so everyone would have a visual. Okay. In the show Modern Family, the name of Claire's husband is Phil. Nobody got
Phil,
that. It's
damn
Phil
it.
Dunphy, who's a real estate agent and also
right
a
there.
professor. And
Oh,
at one point,
Now I can hear his name.
Phil Dunphy.
Yep.
Fun fact: the first season, I hated his character, but he quickly became one of my favorites. Which happens a lot in comedies like Parks and Recreation. Leslie Knope is really annoying in the first season, but they completely changed how her character is in the second season and
Oh,
on.
I thought you were going to say Andy.
Also, Phil's actor has been in the MCU already, so.
True.
All right.
So
in
did Andy.
chess, a pawn can capture a piece that is 1 square away in a diagonal direction. It has to be diagonal. It was technically forward. I mean, the left or right diagonal from it's facing. So, that is the answer to that question.
it
The
can only
musical
move
shares
diagonal.
the same with the U.S. state. The answer is Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is the place to be.
I'm just a girl who can't say no.
I know.
Love that song. Anyway, that is Oklahoma, which is also a movie. Which
The
is
wind comes rolling down the plains.
so.
And it's had some very excellent revivals.
A group of porcupines is called a prickle.
Yes, I knew
A
it.
group of porcupines is called a prickle.
I
What's
love it
wrong
so
with
much.
us?
I love that
So-
name so much.
So there you go.
A prickle of porcupines.
Yes.
They're
you
they're
from
usually,
Savannah all of a
usually
sudden?
just around here. They're called a pile of roadkill.
Jeez.
That's
My
awful.
goodness. Also, porcupines, they have like barbs in their pines, like the spine things that they stuff with, like actually like they go down and then so it's pointing down, right? Well, the barbs stick out, so you can't pull them back out very easily. It's a lot more painful to pull them out than it is to stick them in. That's what she said. Moving on to round 3, everybody. Round 3.
Score.
Our math question for round 3. This should be question 11.
Yep.
So make sure you're on question 11. Question, our math question. The study of the mathematics concerned with the properties and relations of points, lines, surfaces, solids, and higher dimensional analogs is called what? Someone is
What,
messaging me right now on
these
Steam.
are like-
I want them to leave me alone.
This is
Wait.
crazy question.
This the I will let you all know that the definition of this is a lot harder than what we know it as.
Okay.
This is the
then yeah,
official definition of this. This concern with the properties and relations of point, shape, surfaces, solids, and higher dimensional analogs.
It's amazing, like, as I get older, the like crap that I remember, like it's like, oh yeah, Broadway knowledge and like video game knowledge really up there. Basic mathematical concepts, they're gone.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and be moving on to our next question, which is our sitcom question of round 3. Also, for those of you in chat, welcome. Feel free to participate in the chat. You're allowed to give answers in the chat. And that sort of thing. So happy to have you here. All right. Complete the intro lyric. Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Wow.
instantly in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instantly in my brain as well, guys. So I know that one as well. That's a
Yeah.
really easy one, guys.
Sunday, Monday,
Mm.
hurricane here in. Wait,
That
hold
one.
on.
Fuck,
That ain't right. That ain't
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Oh man!
All right,
And
by
it's
the way,
that-
updated
right.
score. We still have Guy and Quentin tied with 7 points, and Josh gained 1 point, so he's behind by 3. But still,
So
it's
we both
anyone's
blew
game
it.
at the moment.
I don't think it's my game.
Oh,
It
you
is-
got it, man.
All right, next question.
You're
This
gonna
is-
get like.
this is- Yeah, are you ready? Or for next question, here we go. In
Mm-hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons, this class has the largest hit die. In Dungeons and Dragons, this class has the largest hit die. You're all D&D players. You should know the answer to this question.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely. What it's got to be.
absolutely the
This-
wizard. Yeah.
This is also one of the questions that we asked at Emerald City Comic Con for our TikTok videos. So that was one as
yeah.
well.
Wait. Is it the largest hit to die or the smallest hit to die?
The largest hit die.
No, it's. But
Ironically enough, both wizard. Wait,
yeah, but yeah, you true polymorph yourself into an ancient golden dragon, and then your hit die are still crap.
All right. We're moving on to our next question. Miss Lovitz has a failing business because she makes the worst what? Miss Lovitz or Mrs. Lovett has a failing business because she makes the worst what in London?
You know, I don't actually know this one.
wow.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
I once I
I
hear
know
it,
this
I will,
one.
I will, I will be
We're gonna
surprised.
move on.
I will be surprised.
We're gonna move on to our last question for round 3. Question 15. What is the largest animal in the world? In the
Oh.
world, the largest animal in the world.
Wait, no. No.
We
I
have
almost fucked that up.
technicalities. Because it is an animal, but is it like this? You know what? Don't
For
worry
the
about it.
sake of this category, animals is going to refer to birds, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, fish,
Okay.
and insects. All creatures, really. So what is the largest animal in the world?
Single organism, I'm assuming, not like a multi-organism.
All right, yeah. All multi-organisms. So time for some answers. So let's see how y'all did. We're going to continue marking. We're getting to question 11. And the mathematics that deals with the relations between the points, surfaces, solids, and all that is geometry.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is geometry. Because higher dimensional analogs is like 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D. And that's all mathematics for that. So, but we just know it. Study of shapes. So
This is a square.
that. Complete the lyrics. Sunday, Monday, happy
Happy
days.
days.
You also have the fawns and all that stuff.
Hey.
And now
Happy
he's
days.
just telling you about reverse mortgages these days. So,
Yeah.
that's where he ended up.
Isn't.
Oh, it is happy days. So
We have Olympians doing that for us in Canada.
the class with the highest hit die in Dungeons and Dragons is the Barbarian.
I would like to
one.
rage.
The class with the highest hit die in D&D is the Barbarian, indeed. Mrs. Lovitz has the worst pies in London.
What a guess! I'm a genius. I'm actually. It's so bad.
That is Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not actually
The
watched Sweeney
worst
Todd.
pies in London.
I can't remember what she makes.
That is like one of the only Sondheim shows that I have not actually seen.
And the largest animal in the world is the blue whale.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Throws
So-
up to 90 feet. Let's go.
Is leading. Yeah, I knew.
Oh, I am not.
So
It was
we have Quentin in lead with 12 points. We have Guy behind by 1 point with 11. And then Josh got 3 questions correct that round and has 7. Nice. That's
Yeah,
your best round yet.
Wow.
You know, if it was like you know, you need some like British focused questions for the next one.
Yeah, let's not do states in USA.
Yeah,
Well-
let's talk about like
Oh yeah,
Well, is
my
it
mom
like
watched
Sweeney
Downton
Todd?
Abbey and Bridgerton. I still got
I
it.
got that one right. I got that one.
Can we have an entire section on British food names?
Oh
That's
God, please don't.
Chips, pasties.
Oh,
You know?
Anyway, round 4. Question 16, I believe. We're on question 16 all.
Mhm.
Here we go. If the acceleration of an object is 0, we can deduce that the velocity is what? If the acceleration of an object is 0, we
No.
can deduce that the velocity is what?
Right? Yeah? No? I don't know.
Sure.
All right.
Also, you misnamed the category. It should be called maths. So
quick maths.
not math, but maths.
I'll keep that in mind next time I have a math category. The math category is hard. I'm just letting everybody know that the next one you're probably not going to get unless you know me very well. So there's that. This is actually a physics question, but physics is a lot of calculus. So
Physics was my best subject in school.
If
So.
acceleration of an object is 0, we can deduce that the velocity is what? We'll find out at the end of this round. Aunt B, played by Frances Bavier, is a supporting character in what classic TV show?
This is killing me.
Boom.
That's.
It's
know
really
the
hard
name.
to come up with trivia questions sometimes because you're like, and you remember, like, you, as the creator of the questions, you know the answers to the questions you're making. So like, you're like, oh, this is easy, and then you don't consider like people outside your globe of experience, you know. So I'm sorry. Next question: what board game would you guess that someone was killed in the kitchen with a rope?
Oh.
Oh, I think it's spelled differently. You guys know.
I do know that there is a British version of this, so I will consider it correct if you put it that way.
Thank you.
Tim Curry did an amazing job in this role, by the way.
Could we get a hint, maybe?
Ha. Good.
Do you have a?
All right. So, what board game would you guess that someone's killed in the kitchen with a rope? I don't know, but I know I've killed a few people in the bedroom with a lead pipe. Moving on to the next question. Jonathan Larson wrote this musical about people dying during the HIV/AIDS epidemic. Unfortunately, he died before it was debuted.
Answered before you finish reading.
Yeah, same.
I
I
think
only
know
did this
that
for one reason.
he also didn't release that many actual shows, but Tick Tick
No,
Boom
this was
is
his
definitely
only one
getting a
that
little
actually
bit
got on Broadway.
Yeah,
Tick
Yeah.
Tick Boom was a one-man show that he like
yeah.
made pennies off of from his.
Yeah.
What was a one-man show? He had a
Oh,
supporting
I
cast.
definitely didn't get this right then.
All right, next question. Barn, tawny, and long-eared are all species of what? Barn, tawny, and long-eared are all species of what? This used to be my favorite animal. All right. It is
I
time
think.
to look at our answers.
I didn't get my answer in time.
I did, but I
Yeah.
just saw chat and I am wrong.
So, question. So, we can deduce that the velocity is constant when the acceleration is 0.
Let's say.
So the way to think about this is if you're in a
Oh, we're
car
looking for a
and
number.
you're not accelerating or deaccelerating, which would be negative acceleration,
You're
you're
at
moving
a
at a constant speed. Even if your speed is 0, your acceleration
Yep.
is also 0. So that is the answer. There's no net force being applied to an object.
0 could be considered a constant.
Correct, but the answer is constant, not 0.
Yeah.
So if your
Fine, I got
acceleration
the
is
next one
0,
anyway.
we can assume that your velocity is constant.
Mhm.
Aunt B is a supporting character in the Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith,
Holy
Mhm.
crap.
And a young Ronnie Howard.
Yeah.
who directed The Grinch. How the Grinch Stole
Yeah,
Christmas.
also who appeared in the previous show,
Happy
which
Days.
was Happy Days. Yeah, he was the lead
Yeah.
star, and then he lost his hair and became one of the most famous directors alive.
He also directed A Smoky Mountain Christmas, starring Dolly Parton.
Okay.
Anyway,
And and his daughter is what is it? Dallas Howard Bryce, is that her name? I think.
Mhm.
The one in
Uh,
Jurassic Park.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
The
yeah.
board game where
Yeah.
you guess that someone was killed in the kitchen with a rope is Clue, or how do you pronounce it in the British way?
Ludo.
Cluedo. Why?
Mm,
Why?
I don't know.
That's so
Mhm.
weird. There
That's
must,
just
have
how
been
we've always
like
done
another,
it.
there must have been another game that was already out with the trademark.
The musical about people dying of HIV/AIDS during that epidemic, written by Jonathan Larson, who died before debuted on Broadway, is Rent. Rent is the answer. 525,600
Yeah.
minutes. Rent. And then finally, long-eared tawny and barn are all species of owl, which only Josh
Yep.
got that one right.
I would have had it wrong even if I got my answer in.
Yep.
So, Quentin is in the lead with 15 points. We have Guy behind with just by 1 point. It still could be that game. And Josh is at 9. So, let's continue on with our last round, everybody. Round 5. By the way, how are you feeling about today's questions? Are they hard? Are they easy? Are they medium difficulty?
A good mix, I'd say.
Anything in the sweet spot? Okay, well, here's your calculus question for today.
Yeah, boy.
It comes with a chart. What is the limit as x approaches 2?
Okay. What?
This is actually an extremely easy answer if you've taken calculus
Mhm.
before. But what is the limit as
Mhm.
x approaches 2?
I didn't take calculus.
I didn't take calculus.
You don't need
It's been
scratch
10
paper. You can
years.
just look at the graph and know. What is the limit as x approaches 2?
Oh, there's an actual chart and it's working.
Let me.
I said that there's a chart.
As X approaches 2.
Just 2.
I mean,
And I will
Oh,
explain
it-
this answer
it's not wrong.
as we move on to the next question. So,
Wait. That. I'm going with that. Okay.
all right.
Good.
What's that? Is that plus
Bob
one?
Vance Refrigeration is a running gag on what show? Bob Vance Refrigeration is a running gag on what show?
Wait. I've heard this. Wait, no. Which one is it?
Wait, I've seen this one before.
You've all seen it, but it's a super obscure part of the show to where
It's not.
it's just enough where you wouldn't get it.
It's
Unless
not, because I
you
say it
really
all the
thought
time
about it.
when I watch the show.
Bob
Which one is it?
Vance Refrigeration.
I'm drawing a complete blank on this one.
Time.
It's one of the
10
two that
seconds.
I've watched most recently.
Ah!
Three,
Forget it.
2, 1. Moving on. What is the name of the final place players are attempting to reach in Candyland? What is the name of the final place the players are trying to get to in Candyland?
Did not
is
have
it
Candyland
the
here.
Peppermint Forest? Is it the Gumdrop Dunes? That's not a real place in Candyland. Don't answer that one.
I don't even know if Candyland was available in Canada when I was a kid, so I don't know.
It has been so
I
long since
don't
I've
know.
played Candyland.
I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of
It's a game.
Candyland?
No.
It's like a really
What?
easy game to play. Like you draw.
Oh, yeah.
It's all luck based too. Like there's no skill to it at all. Monopoly has skill. You have to know what
Okay.
properties are the most probable to land on. Anyway, by the way, if
roll
you
the dice and left,
if you
yeah.
own the pinks and oranges, you're gonna win the game. It's not the greens. It's not the dark blues. It's the pinks and oranges.
We had Mousetrap, but no one ever played it correctly.
Yeah, no one knows how to play it correctly.
The game just breaks before you can play it. Like,
Exactly. It never works.
We just set up the mousetrap and then we set it off and then you like
Next question.
put it away.
Who killed Alexander Hamilton?
Alexander Hamilton.
And me?
Well, good.
I'm the damn fool that
Beautiful.
shot him.
Beautiful.
Who
Technically-
killed Alexander Hamilton? See,
Technically,
this is a
his own
history
hubris.
question. This is a history question and a musical question. Thanks,
Lin-Manuel
Lin-Manuel
Miranda.
who also wrote the music to Moana 2, coming out soon.
Mhm.
Not sponsored.
And Encanto.
Mm,
I actually don't remember.
pardon me.
Killed
Come on, Quinton. If I know this,
Alexander
you should know this.
Ooh.
Did
is
I just
Quentin
give it
gonna
to Quentin?
defend? All right, moving
Nope.
on. Moving on.
I got
Last
nothing.
question. Here we go. Members of the Rodentia family all have this part that never stops growing. Members of the Rodentia family always have this part that never stops growing.
I feel bad for Pokemon
Gotta
that have
catch 'em
this trait.
Oh.
Had to deal with beavers near my grandfather's house when I was a kid.
Thank you for confirming that I got the right answer.
See, this is why we don't talk.
Oh, I knew Quentin already had it. He
All
had
right,
the
here we
look of
go.
a confident man.
Here we go.
Confident man who
So-
totally guessed.
Everybody, the calculus question. Calculus is one of my favorite math subjects. I said you would get this if you know me really well. In Mean Girls, she gets asked a question similar to this. The answer is the limit does not exist.
Hmm.
So the
yeah.
limit does not
Oh.
exist. I was hoping that's like I didn't think you guys would know this. I just thought that somebody would be a smart aleck and just put that as an answer and get it right. But the limit does not exist because as x approaches 2, in order for the limit to exist, it has to go the y direction has to go in the same direction coming from both sides. So if you look coming from the left, it goes to negative infinity, and coming from the right, it goes to positive infinity.
Yep.
So the limit does not exist in this instance. There we go. So nobody got that right.
Good.
Bob Vance Refrigeration is a running gag on The Office.
God, yep.
The Office. Somebody put Candyland wasn't around for me. I think you might have put your answer on the wrong question.
I put ... for mine. It just wants to skip that one.
Put ... for your question 21. So you missed the first one.
Oh, I'm all completely thrown off because you pushed it forward on the last question before I could enter anything, so I could. So
I'll
all of my
remember that.
questions are
I'll
back.
remember
Yeah.
that. So the name of the final place that players are attempting to reach in Candyland is called the Candy Castle.
I
not
guessed
Gumball
that for no
Mountain.
reason.
It's a very simple game. All right.
Not
Very
Gumball
simple
Mountain.
So you're going to the Candy Kingdom?
And the person that shot Hamilton is Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh my god, I put Alan Burr. Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Aaron Burr. And the
Yeah.
Rodentia family does not stop growing their teeth. They're rodents.
Yep.
They're rodents.
Hey,
So
Quentin wins.
Quentin wins by 1 point. Once again, defending his title as trivia champion. Guy just behind by 1 with 16. And Josh, this was your best game yet.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think my first game was my best one then.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't pay that much attention.
I don't do very well. Neither do I. I play for fun.
Yeah, we're all
That's
playing
all
for
that
fun.
matters. We're all playing for
course.
fun here.
So, I mean, last time Quentin beat a school teacher, so like,
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Because of a number guessing question, they were tied otherwise. He did
That
very
is
well.
true.
He did.
Thank you.
So everybody, that is our Trivia Tuesday for the night. We will be continue on with Trivia Tuesday next Tuesday here at twitch.tv/Lich Souls or at Selfcoast Live on TikTok. That'll eventually be changed to Lich Souls, so keep that in mind. And tomorrow is our penultimate episode of the finale for Siege Encounters. We got 2 more sessions of campaign 2, and then just about 3 weeks away we got campaign 3. So everybody, see you for our streams this week, and there will not be a Dead by Daylight stream on Thursday.
Oh.
Will not be a